Hi, class. So we are going to try something a little bit different today. So for this ed puzzle, instead of having questions embedded as we go along, I'm actually going to have you follow along with a worksheet on paper. So if you don't already have it, you need to go grab the handout that says Guided Essay, Citizenship in Athens and Rome, which was the better system, and that should be up on the front table. So I'm going to pause the video here for just a minute to make sure you have that handout in front of you. All right, great. So what this is, guys, what this handout is it's a step-by-step walkthrough of how to write a really good argument essay. So it takes you through all the different sections that you need to write a good argument essay. And what I'm going to do in this video is take you through all of those steps, and then you guys are going to follow along. So after each step, I'll pause the video, and you'll have an opportunity then to write your essay, okay? So we're going to start with our first paragraph, which is our introduction. Okay, and the very first thing we need to do in our introduction is this right here. We need a grabber. And a grabber is something that is going to grab your audience's attention. So it's a way to get their attention, to make them interested in reading your essay. Okay, so in this case, a good grabber might be citizenship is a big part of our life. Okay, so that's something that's kind of interesting. It might grab someone's attention. Another one might be the ancient people of Athens and Rome were some of the first citizens. Okay, so it's something that sounds kind of fun, something that interesting. You can be creative with this part. Okay, so that's up to you. So right now, guys, I want you to stop for a minute and write me a grabber. How are you going to get someone's attention if you're talking about citizenship in Athens and Rome? So I'll pause the video here so that you can do that. All right, welcome back. So then step 2 is to write the background information. Okay, so this is our introduction paragraph still, but this is going to be sentence B. So your background information tells us what you are writing about. So I'll help you out with this one. We'll make it really simple. So your background information for this one can be as simple as this essay is about citizenship in Athens and Rome. Okay, or this essay is about citizenship in ancient Athens and Rome, which were both civilizations in ancient Europe. Something like that. Okay, I don't need a whole lot more detail than that for this essay. As you go on through your careers into high school and college, you'll need a lot more than that. But for now, we'll keep it simple. Okay, so I'm going to pause now so that you can write your background information. All right, great. So now let's do step C here in our introduction. That is restatement of the question. So for that, you're actually just going to rephrase the question. So the question that you're trying to answer for this is right up here. Which was the better system? So citizenship in Athens and Rome, which was the better system? So if we're going to restate that question, all we need to say is which civilization, Athens or Rome, had a better system of citizenship? Or you could say, in this essay, I will answer which civilization has a better system of citizenship, something like that. Okay, so again, we're breaking this down step by step. Okay, so now go ahead and restate the question. So you're going to write that in for step C of your introduction. Okay, so now we're going to move on to part D. So D is probably the most important part of your introduction. This is going to be your thesis and your roadmap. So this tells your readers what you're arguing and how you're going to argue it. So the first thing you need to do here, and this is really easy, it's fill in the blank, is decide, okay, are we saying that Athens has a better system of citizenship, or does Rome have the better system of citizenship? Whichever one you pick, you're going to write it in this blank. So if, for example, I choose Athens, I would say Athens had a better system of citizenship for at least 3 reasons. Okay, and then down here, you're going to list out your 3 reasons. So at this point, guys, you're probably going to need to pause a little bit longer because you need to dive back into those primary sources, the handout that you have. And from those sources, you need to come up with 3 reasons that support your argument. So if you think that Athens has the better system of citizenship, you need to find me 3 reasons from those sources that Athens' system is better. So whatever you think about the Athens system, whether it's because the poor have a little bit more say in Athens, maybe you think that it's good that everyone in Athens had the opportunity to vote, find that in your primary sources and list them here. Okay, and then of course you do the same if you choose Rome. If you think that Rome, well, they had more, it was open to more people could be citizens, well, then you would choose Rome here. Okay, and then you're going to list out those 3 reasons. So put those in those blanks. Okay, so I'm going to pause now and give you some time to do that. All right, so now we are going to get to our body paragraph, and there's going to be 3 of these. So I'll walk you through the first one, and then we're going to pause for a while so that you can write all 3 of those. So your body paragraphs are just your reasons from above. So you're going to take your reason 1, which you put right here on your thesis. This would be that first blank, and just copy it here so that you remember what you're writing about. And then you're going to write a baby thesis. So a baby thesis is like a mini thesis where you talk about that one specific reason. So in this case, one reason that the system of citizenship in, let's say, Athens was better was that, and then you would list out your reason. So again, maybe I would say the poor had a little bit more say in Athens. Poor people had more power in Athens. Okay, great. There's your reason. All right, so that's A. So I'm going to pause now so that you can complete that first part of the body paragraph. Okay, so now we're going to come back to B. So we're still in our body paragraph number 1. Now you're going to list your evidence of this. Okay, so your evidence of this is just going to come from the document. So you might say something like, in document C, it says that poor people had more say in Athens, or whatever it is that you want to say. Okay, so that comes from the source. Now, for this essay, guys, you don't need to do more than tell me which document it came from. So if it's document A, just say, evidence of this is document A says that something happened. Document B says that the poor people run the Navy of Athens, which it does actually say. Okay, so you're going to put that in as your evidence in B. Okay, and just tell me what document it came from. Okay, so go ahead and do that now for your first piece of evidence, and that'll be in your first body paragraph. Okay, great. So now that you are done with that, you're going to go on to part C here. And in part C, you're going to explain why your evidence supports your argument. Okay, so this evidence helps explains why, and if I stick with the Athens theme, explains why Athens had the stronger system because, and then you talk about that evidence. Okay, well, so the poor people run the Navy, and that means that they had a lot more power in Athens, and I think that that means they have a better system of citizenship. Okay, you're going to justify in this section here why your evidence supports your baby thesis for the paragraph. Okay, so I'll pause now so that you can do that. All right, so now that we're done with that, guys, you just need to do it 2 more times. So you're going to have a body paragraph number 2, repeat the same process from above. Okay, you can even on this one circle Athens or Rome, you don't have to fill in the blank. Okay, and this reason again, this reason 2 should be the same as the one in your original thesis up at the top. Okay, so you're going to do that then for body paragraph 2, and then do the same again for body paragraph 3. And again, your reason should come from that thesis in your introduction. So that'll be your 3rd reason, and that was the one that you put right here in your original thesis. Okay, so those are your body paragraphs, and I'm going to pause to give you some time to finish those, and I realize this will take a little bit of time. Okay. All right, so then the very last thing we need to do, guys, is our conclusion, and this is also pretty easy. Okay. It looks like I'm about out of time on the video, though, so I'm going to record a second video for us for the conclusion. So you can finish this video and then go back into Edpuzzle and watch that last video for the conclusion.